Hey, Rob, what is going on?
Hey, Paul, you're
Yeah.
not you're not where you normally are.
Correct. I am we got out of LA. LA is a town right now where there are 1 in 3 people who have COVID. And so we packed up our belongings and we just got out for a little bit just
Yeah.
to kind of, you know, have some different experiences, some different life experiences, some
Now,
non-COVID life experiences. Yeah.
I have a question because you didn't really check with me before you left. I just got your note that said I was in charge of defending your property, and
Yes.
I've been doing drive rounds and patrolling the grounds, but I don't know. I'm not really trained. I do have the tactical whip, which I've been
Well, that's
taking
why
with
I
me.
hired you because I knew that not only could you defend, but you could seduce any enemy that was looking
No,
to
no, the
attack my property.
Paul.
Yeah, yeah. Am
Okay,
I
that's
confused
not.
on that? On the yeah. Am I
Yes,
confused?
yes, yeah. I feel like you are confused about what the point of for new people. Oh fuck! I hate catching
Yeah.
people up on this shit every week, man. But first of all, welcome to the show, everybody.
Welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show. It's going to be a great show. We got a lot of great stuff planned. Paul's got in a different Wi-Fi situation because he's in the woods somewhere. And I've been tasked with defending his estate
Property.
here in LA. Yeah, you're right. I shouldn't call it an estate. It is a
It's my
property.
property. It's my property. The bungalows, the pool house,
Yeah. And
the
which place am I supposed to stay in? Where do I stay? Like, where do I?
hmm, I'm kind of like in that Jared and Ivanka thing where I don't want you to pee or poop in my house. So you could talk
Okay.
to anybody of my neighbors and see if you could rent out a bathroom, but that would have to be an expense that you would incur, not me, if that's cool
Huh.
with you. Yeah.
Okay. Well, do you know when you're coming back? Because I have my own
Mm,
family
yeah,
to
no, I'm going to need you
deal with.
to watch my property. And again, it's it's not only the pool house, it's not only the cabana, it's not the tennis court, it's not the basketball court. Yes, those are
Yeah.
important, but it's also the outdoor pantry, which is something
Oh
I
my
was
God.
so happy to have. Because some
Why do you guys
pantries
keep
are
food? Why do you keep food outside? There's so many animals that want to get in there.
Yeah, well, it's to me, it's about getting back to nature. But I built a giant refrigerated tent, which you could probably see. It is 12 feet tall by 40 feet wide, and it is a walk-in refrigerator that
Yeah.
is everything is perfectly temperature controlled. So I do need you to make sure you check that 4 to 7 times an hour.
Yeah, it's been a lot. That's where I've been spending a lot of the time is trying to defend some of the food items you have stored
Yeah,
outside for some reason. You guys have a
yeah, yeah.
lot of food. You kept so much food at your house. It seems weird.
Well, yeah. When we heard that people were sheltering in place, people were buying toilet paper, but I tried to buy all the food.
Well, can I tell you this? And I don't
Yeah.
want to get started on the wrong foot, but when you told me to defend your house and your property, I didn't stay over there the first night. I just made it over there last night for the first time. So the first night
What?
when I showed up, there were a lot of teenagers over there that looked like
No,
they were
Rob.
having a like a teenage party. You know what I mean? I'm talking about Paul. And
There's
also
smoke.
also
Cigarettes on my.
injecting. I don't know what it was.
No,
Could
I
have
don't
been
like. I don't. I do not like that
and
at
also
all.
this.
Oh, Rob.
Yeah.
Look,
So
I am known as being the Whippet King of Los Angeles. So a lot of kids like to come to my house as like a destination. It's sort of like when you go to a certain area, like, oh, we have to go see Jim Morrison's grave. So a lot of people will come to my front lawn and do a
to
whippet
do
because I am.
whippets. Yeah.
Yeah, that is my whole thing. I want everybody to know, by the way, this is Thursdays with Rob and Paul. We have a big show for you right now. We're just kind of letting people fill in, but we have
Yeah.
Joe Mande on the show. We have
This is not the
Chelsea.
show. This is not the
not the show.
show. We'll tell you when the show starts.
All right, right now we are in the beginning stages of the show.
This is like
Chelsea,
the pre-cum of the
preamble.
show. The
Oh, okay,
pre-cum.
sure.
You know
Please,
what I
that's
mean?
disgusting.
You know
No, I don't know what you mean. That's absolutely the pre-cum. Oh my God. I will tell you this. Chelsea Devantez is here. Also Brandon Johnson. And we have a very special segment tonight. Discord has talent, which we have pulled some people from Discord to show off their talents. Now, Rob, I asked Molly, who is our super producer, I said, Molly, don't tell me or Rob what the talents are. We're going to see them live as
Oh
they
my
come
God.
in.
Oh my
They
God.
are all timed. They're not going to be long. But we're here with you now for the next 2 hours. We have a big show, and just wanted to lay down what is going on right at top, and maybe we should just jump right in to some audience questions. I mean, because I feel like a lot of people probably have questions about, you know,
if you're a new person, you've never seen the show before, you're probably like, well, I don't understand what this is. I know one guy, the other guy has gray hair now. He looks like Dr. Drew or Anderson Cooper, who got hit by a car. So what's going on? What do I do? Where do I sit? Do I need food? What am I watching? So that's what
and other people are probably going like, oh my gosh, Paul's there. I thought this was his OnlyFans. I thought I was going to see more skin. I thought I was going to see something a little bit more titillating than this. But you know what? I saved that again for my OnlyFans account. And that's something where I have fun with a close-knit group of people to show off pieces of myself that
you've been very, very successful doing that. Very successful.
Yes, I love it. And it's a lot of armpit stuff. It's a lot of backside of kneecap.
Yeah, you'll do like weird. You do weird parts of the body. I mean, I don't want to judge anyone's.
Don't kink shame, Rob. Don't kink shame.
Yeah.
But we are excited here to start with your questions. We have been running a very successful Discord lately. People have been popping in with questions. Rob and I have some questions that people actually mailed to us, which is great. We give out our home address every episode. We give out our home address. And here's the first thing that we got here. This is from Vanny. Vanny writes, I'm just going to pull it up here on screen. Here we go. There we go. Vanny writes, would you work with Armie Hammer? Rob, have you been following this at all?
My wife is into celebrity gossip, so I get all my news about celebrities through my wife. Can you refresh my memory? It was some sort of kink thing, right? Like
Rob, bigger than kink. I mean, look, let's just say, first of all, I don't know if any of this is true. Secondly, I might be spreading terrible rumors, but I'm just repeating what I saw on the internet, and I'm disturbed.
Okay.
The rumor is,
Armie
Hammer is a cannibal.
Oh yeah, I heard that. I did hear that. Now, when someone says they're a cannibal, does that mean like they're like into the band Fine Young Cannibals, or does he?
That's
actually
totally cool. A little weird to be into them so late in the game, but that's
so
fine.
late. Yeah, I don't even remember what their song was, but
drives me crazy.
She drives me crazy.
But
Twitch does have talent, Paul. Twitch does.
Yeah. Oh yes, talent. Twitch. There it is. Right. We got it right there. So people are like, "Is this real?" So this is the story that, as it was played out, he asked.
I like that quote: "Be a cannibal, not a cantable."
This is the story as played out. Please fill me in the chat. I will be watching. But he tried to get a girl to remove 2 of her ribs so he could eat them.
Oh, I am against that.
Yeah,
I'm against that. How would you do that? Is that an option?
That seems to be extreme. And so I think that some of it was debunked. Like he said, he'd eaten a heart, and then another one of his girlfriends came out today and said he talked about in like their sexy talk was about how he wanted to barbecue her and eat her up.
See, my wife, I got to talk to my wife. I might have to fire my wife because she's giving me bad info. This is a few days ago, maybe before more details had come out, but she said something like that it was, he just, in sexy talk with a girl said like, I want to fucking eat you or something like that. And the girl was like, whoa. And he was like, no, I really do. Like, I want to eat you, which I could see being like, saying that. Yeah. Saying that as a, like, oh, I could, I've said that to babies, like, oh, I could just eat this little baby, but I will go on the record. I've never eaten a baby. Never.
And I'm glad that you admitted that because our Discord will definitely research that and make sure. But I will say this.
Don't Google that. Don't Google that. But I've never eaten a baby.
He did drop out of a movie. He was doing a movie. He dropped out. He calls the rumors completely BS. And I want to see, does anyone have any more details? Because I thought it was real. Then I found out it was kind of fake. And then today another charge was leveled at him. Um, yeah. So So somebody said I've eaten baby bok choy. Not the same, but a gateway
Gateway.
into.
It's a slippery slope. It is a slippery slope.
Yeah.
Now, what was the most recent allegation?
The recent allegation was this girl who said in bed, he said, I want to barbecue you and eat you. And she's like, I didn't really think about it that much. And then when this all came out, I was like, oh, wait, that was weird. It's like when your brain goes, like you remember something that you're like, you clocked it, but it goes by. And then all of a sudden, you're like, wait a second, let me look through the journel and you find it. Yeah.
So this person's question, would I work with him? Wow. You know what? It would be awkward. It would be awkward. I would.
That would be the most awkward moment.
Right now would be a really awkward moment. So if your question is, would I work with him right now? I will go out on a limb and say, sure, I will. I will work with him right now. Oh, wait a second. I didn't know.
He said that a girl stabbed him. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. That's different. That's different.
Yeah. Boy, if he's really eating people, also, what does that mean? You're eating a dead person, or people
it seems to me like he wants to keep the person he's in love with alive and just eat pieces of them, which to me seems like a David Lynch film. Yeah.
This almost seems like the Halloween show we used to do on stage at UCB a million years ago.
Yeah.
Remember when, what was the Halloween show? Kilgore. Yeah.
Kilgore, where you had, like, people got really gutted. Now, somebody else said that another rumor that just popped up.
But remember Kilgore, the plot was that he was slowly eating, Laney was slowly eating Dave Blumenfeld.
Yeah, like a Hannibal Lecter scenario. But here, somebody was saying that he heard that Armie Hammer threatened somebody during sex with a tactical whip. That was another part of the rumor that came out today.
Oh, wait a second. If this is, oh boy, if we're going to go down this road, is this all just to get me to pull this out, to get me?
I mean, people want to see it. People want to see it.
If you're new to the show, this is how I protect my family with this whip. It's not a sex whip. It is a tactical whip.
It is a sex whip. Somebody said here, all right, so I guess this is the question that we should ask. If it was consensual and he had a safe word and was 100% role play, it is weird, but fine. If it's not mutual, then a big problem.
If it's not mutual, it's fucked up.
I guess my thing is, like, is playing cannibal, like, is that appealing to anybody in the chat? Show me your
zero. Yeah, zero. Yeah, let's take an anonymous poll, because again, I don't want to shame.
No kink shaming.
I don't know. Do I feel bad about shaming cannibals? I don't think I feel bad about shaming cannibals. I think I would draw the line. I think I would draw the line at that.
A lot of people said no. Somebody said I once bit a girl's butt.
Sure, that's different.
People said it sounds more Chuck Palahniuk than Lynch. That is true. Oh God, this is some of the comments are disturbing. Someone said oh God. Let's see. Hannibal Lecter fetish. All right, so this is there's a lot of stuff here. We got to unpack this. This is a story that is developing right now. Would we work with him? I don't think we'd be worried to be victims of him. It's not like he's Hannibal Lecter.
He's not just eating. He's not eating everybody, right? Like once he's full, right? So as long as he just like has a nice
unless
meal.
he falls in love with you.
Oh God.
So then then you got to answer that.
We're gonna feel terrible in like 2 days when it comes out that he's like killed and eaten a lot of people.
No. All right, let's go to the next question that we have here. And by the way, we have so much stuff to cover. I am excited about this. All right, so
we got a lot. I'm also excited. I gotta say, man, I'm excited to hang out and talk about bullshit like this that is not about our current state of affairs in the country. I was thinking the other day what a joy it was, the Hilaria Baldwin stuff. Remember when we were all like all worked up about that shit?
Later times, relaxed times, just joking about faking an accent. Last week, we just decided maybe we shouldn't even do the show because we had a coup.
Yeah, everyone that we reached out to do the show last week, and I understand it, they were all like, I don't know that we should be doing comedy right now, and I get it, but I feel like we have to keep going.
We showed up.
We showed up hard.
We're essential workers. Give us the vaccine.
We're fucking American heroes over here. Give us the vaccine. I just saw that people are going to Florida to get the vaccine because there's like no rules in Florida. You can just go to Florida and get the vaccine.
Well, I think you're supposed to get it and then you get the vaccine at the same time. You kind of go in back. I mean, I guess I shouldn't be talking shit on Florida because, like I said, LA, 1 in 3 people have COVID. Thank you for Andy Blandy. Last week's show was a bunch of fun, and we're going to have more people tonight. We're going to have like I said, our talent show is tonight. Joe Mande is going to come here with an update on his hats because the hats that he showed us a little while ago are coming back, and we got a lot more.
I got to get one of those hats. I don't think I can afford one.
Well, it's going to go up on sale, and we also are going to talk about some celebrity books. I'm very excited about all of it, and I have a quiz for you, Rob. Actually, a very important quiz. But let's all right, let's see this. We're going to pop up this question.
People asking about Jerry. People asking about Jerry O'Connell.
Jerry's doing fine, I think. Jerry's doing Jerry's going to get the vaccine. Maybe he'll give out the vaccine. This one. Question: what have you been doing intentionally or not during these quarantines that you think will prepare you for life beyond the pandemic? I thought that was a good question. That's from Rio197. Have you been doing anything? Have you taken up anything new that you feel like will benefit you greatly? Because I feel like there's a lot of energy put on. Oh, I wish I could do. I wish I can. But what have you been doing that you're happy about?
You know what I've been doing, and I've been boxing. I got a heavy bag.
Okay, you didn't get that old device on Instagram where you hit it and it goes, you can count it on the wall.
No. I just got an old school. I went to like a boxing place and they were like, "What? Why is there a customer in here?" And I was like, "How much for this gigantic heavy bag?" And so I had him drive it to my house. And I've literally just been wailing on this heavy bag in my garage. And I've had it no training at all. No bad form, everything. But I will say that it is such a good workout and such a great way to get out all of. Otherwise, I'd probably be eating people. I think I would probably be eating people.
You'd be Army hammering it. I'll tell you this much. Before the pandemic hit, I started taking workout classes. It's so bougie, whatever. But I guess it started by Sylvester Stallone, where it was like a boxing workout. So basically, you're in this dark room, like a Soul Cycle class, and there's all heavy bags hanging from the ceiling. And on one side of the room are like weights and workout benches. And the other side is all punching bags. And they make you do like these crazy, you have to kind of run back and forth between them both.
Yeah.
And it was the most I've ever sweat, the hardest I've ever worked out. And it felt great. Like it actually helps to like punch things.
I'm telling you, it has made me feel so much better. Now people will make fun of me and I know that they're going to start to connect the dots here, but the heavy bag that I had also has anatomical additions to it, so you can also make love to the heavy bag. Also, it is it's just got some holes in it.
People are saying it's a sex doll. It's a sex doll.
No, it's not a sex. I knew people were going to do this, man. I knew it.
Yeah, people are saying.
No, so that's been good. I think this thing we've been doing, Twitch, has been a good adaptation for us, a good outlet for us.
We get to do a show bigger outside of LA, which is kind of fun. Like we normally just do shows for people in the LA area, and this is kind of great to go wide.
Yeah. I'm trying to think what else I've been doing. I've been, just spending a ton of time with my daughter and my wife, which my wife I think regrets. But
do you believe that you are like your relation? Like, do you believe we talked about this a while ago, but that you're going to come out of this and you could add years onto your relationship, as if like you're like now you're absolutely sure that you're with the right person? Because if you can make it through this,
I think
like
you're right.
Feel that,
I think so. Yeah, I think so. And it's also given me, not to get too philosophical, but it has given me sort of like the long view, like the macro view of time and how time, what we do with our time. I'm not expressing this well, but like, there have been days where it has seemed like this is just never ending. We are in a loop, every day is Groundhog Day. So it's given a little bit of a luxury of like sort of looking at time in a different way and realizing that all of this will eventually go back to normal. And so trying to sort of appreciate this sort of chunk of time. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm not expressing it very well.
I appreciate that you went very earnest with that, and I'm gonna match that and say that I think in a way it is taking the pressure off making everything perfect and being
Yeah.
like, we can create great moments. And there's been so many great moments. And overall, like it's been hard and it's been difficult. And, all these insane things are going on around us. But there's been so many great moments in this time that I'm just I've almost taken the pressure off of being a parent or a husband and just like letting it be a little bit because you're just in it all the time. You're like, well, there'll be moments where it's going to be great and there's going to be moments that they're bad and you just kind of have to I think you just adjust to it a little bit better or you just let yourself off the hook a little bit for,
and also, yeah. And I would say, again, giving that to other people too, like knowing like,
yes.
oh, they're having a terrible day. I can tell that this person is, this is in like, survival mode today. We're just going to try to get through today, so being able to recognize that. I don't know that I was really looking for that so much before, but now you sort of recognize that and be like, oh, okay, I know what kind of day this person's having. So I know how to adapt to that a little bit.
And there's literally no FOMO. I mean, that's the other thing. I know that's a dumb word to use, but there is there's nothing going on. It's great. And then and sometimes I'm like, I'm just very happy just eating home. I mean, look, would I love to go see a movie? Would I love to go out to dinner? Absolutely. But at the same time, most stuff I can go get in. And as a matter of fact, like some of my favorite restaurants are doing it up with the delivery service. And I've been cooking. I made midnight pasta the other night, which is great.
Wow. I want to know from, well, this is a different show. We'll do this another time. But like last week when we did the dating game, it made me think about like for real, like our version of the dating game was very silly. Also, I think ingenious to have people masked like that. I think we should do that again. But it made me think about like what single people are doing to hook up and what that is like. Like, what is romance like?
Would you risk COVID for a hookup? Or I guess, do you have to then go get tested? It's almost like a different version of hooking up. Have people gone and gotten tested before they've kissed somebody else? I want to see in the chat, has anyone done that?
I bet they have.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Look how responsible people are. They're like, nope. I thought for sure.
Yeah.
Cool. Wow.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Wow. Look at this. People are being,
romantic life on hold. Wow.
Yeah,
it's tough, man. Well, look, we're gonna fucking solve this problem for you guys. We're gonna do more dating games where you can hook up across the country with other weirdos.
Today, we're also gonna be showing people's talents. So we're gonna make sure that we get, maybe you'll be attracted to somebody's amazing talent. Let's do one more question here before I bring it up.
Can I tell you something real quick about the talent thing? I set it up with our lawyers, what's his name? The what are the singing reality shows called?
The Masked Singer, the Masked Dancer.
Yeah. But Simon Cowell. So I got us the Simon Cowell deal where whoever comes on the show today, we control them, we manage them. So
great. So we own a piece of them. In the same way that with the dating game, we own, like if they have a child, if they meet, they have a baby, we own a piece of the child. And we could sell that piece of the child to Armie Hammer. All right. This is another question, and we'll get our first guest in here. This is from Chicago Leah. Chicago Leah writes a bunch of questions, but I want to go really into the second one, which is donuts or bagels. And when you order a mixed selection of a dozen donuts, do you pick each donut or let the store surprise you? All right. So first of all, donuts or bagels, Rob? Where are you at on that?
At this point, donuts. I would have said bagels, a year ago. Yeah. Now, fucking donuts all the way. And I'm not an idiot. Yeah, don't let them pick it. I'm not an idiot. I go in there and I tell them, and I will say too, when I go into the donut store, and I would extend this to cupcakes too. If I go into a cupcake store, I make a point to talk down to them. You know what I mean? Like I always kind of try to put them in their place and say like, hey, you're not going to pick my cupcake or my donut for me. I'm in charge here, asshole. You know what I mean?
Here's my thought. Don't try to pull one over on me. Okay, you're going to get rid of the bad donuts that no one wants. You're going to give me some caramel bacon thing that looks crazy that no one's wanting. And so you have to be vigilant. I've ordered a Postmated donuts. And when I've Postmated donuts, I write in there, I'm like, this is what I want. Don't give it to me. But I'll tell you this much. Bagels for me, always, I enjoy a nice bagel. And somebody said, what is bagels in Australia? I don't know. Does anyone know what a bagel in Australia is? I mean, it's just I don't know how to describe a bagel.
Maybe it goes the other way. Instead of going this way, like our bagels, it goes the other way.
People say they don't have hot pretzels in Australia. By the way, that's something I've gotten way into out here. There's a dude who's making. There's a guy named Shappy, Adam Shapiro, great dude, actor. He decided in the quarantine to make pretzels, and he's making hot, like he calls them Philly pretzels. They're big, thick, hot pretzels, and you can go pick them up. It's all curbside, safe, everything. It's the best. I've been going to that, and he actually now does a new thing called an Oreo, like YO, where he bakes Oreos into pretzel bread. So when you bite into the pretzel, there's like a melted Oreo inside.
Oh my God. You should tell Army Hammer about that. You could have saved some lives.
All right, Rob, I think we have our guests already here. So I'm going to bring up our first guest. And because this is going to be good. And we're a packed show. Let's bring him in. Here we go. I'm going to add him to the stream right now. Welcome, Joe.
Yo, how's it going?
King of hats.
I'm so happy to be here tonight. Also, because I feel like I am an expert on cannibalism.
Dude, what do you know? What do you know about it?
What do you know about this?
I did an upsettingly long bit in my Netflix special about a documentary called Thought Crimes: The Case of the Cannibal Cop, where I was sort of a thought experiment trying to get on his side, because he basically was like put on trial for writing like pornography about how he wanted to like put his wife in the oven or whatever. And I kind of took his side. And then my special came out, and then the Cannibal Cop like wrote me a very just glowing email, and I had to be like, I really need to like question all my life choices. Cannibal Cop reached out for sure.
Man. And is the Cannibal Cop
a fan?
He's a fan, yeah.
Dude, is he in jail? What happened? What was the upshot of that?
No, I don't think so. I think eventually it was, but I think he was like, it was like years of his life was like being on trial, and
yeah.
And it's a great documentary.
And he never ate people. He just fantasized about it.
Right. And then it was very much like Minority Report, where he was on trial because it was like, well, he could, because he was a cop, he knew how to tie someone up or whatever.
Right, but you can't arrest somebody on the suspicion of it. Like, I will tell you, I had
this is perfect. This is great topic.
You can't hear a word.
Okay.
There was I had a friend growing up, and it was a close friend of mine. And then all of a sudden, I could never go over his house again. And I just was like one of those friends that we stopped playing with. And I remember like years later, I was like, whatever happened to like Craig? Why couldn't I like play with him anymore? My mom's like, I was sitting in their living room, and I grabbed a book off the shelf. And she's like, and I started reading the book. Oh, thank you.
Hey.
Uh-oh. He drew a picture.
That's really good. Did he draw that?
I think this is June. I think he's passing it off as his own.
Okay.
But my mom's like, I was sitting in his living room, and I pulled a book off the shelf, and it was all handwritten, and it was the most vile pornography that you could ever possibly imagine. I was like, what? And she's like, all I remember is that he had hired a young boy to put a leash around his penis and bring him around as a dog. My mom's like, and I was like, you're never hanging out with this person ever again.
You're definitely not walking his dog.
He's just a writer. He wanted to be a writer, Paul.
He never maybe did it, but he just wanted to get it out in writing, like Stephen King. Did he ever do any of that stuff? He just wanted to get it out. Just get it out in writing.
Joe, give us an update on the hats, man.
The hats are I don't know if you guys know, this is the week of hats. I've been promoting it on my
tell people that don't know what we're talking about.
So last time I was here, I was just showing you guys my my nervous habit of making embroidered hats on my own, and then so we sort of talked it out, and I said I decided that I would spend a week and put hats I made for auction on eBay, and all the money is going to charity. So that's what we're doing now. And this is one of them. This is the week of hats. Your hats.
I have all the hats that you sent me. I'm going to kind of scroll through a little bit, but we can stop and talk about it.
What does the Kentucky one say?
It says seppuku, which is the Japanese, what's how you disembowel yourself. So if you live in Kentucky and you're into, an honorable way to kill yourself. That's a great hat, and all the money for that hat will go to Oceana, which is a charity that gives money to. Yeah, exactly.
That's
all right. Here's the next one we got.
And these are one of a kind, right? You don't.
Yes, one of a kind. Yeah. So popcorn. I believe there's a graphic on the back that I made of a little bucket of popcorn.
Awesome.
And these hats take you how long to actually do? Like once you start getting
days. Well, I mean, like I don't spend all. I mean, I'm also like working on actual stuff to make a living. But I'm really into Ink Master. My wife and I've been watching Ink Master, so at night we'll like burn through a few episodes of Ink Master, and I'll get like 2 or 3 letters in on a hat and call it a night.
Okay, well, I got to drill down on that, man. Tell me about Ink Master and your opinion of Dave Navarro.
Dave Navarro is just a glamorous, beautiful woman. That's how I kind of picture him. It's very fun to see his growth as the season goes on as a host. I think he's really capable now. He's like really found his voice. Is
the show a contest? I'm sorry, I've never watched it.
It's Top Chef, but tattoos instead of. I mean, it's Top Chef for Armie Hammer.
For people that eat tattoos.
Because it's just like bleeding and.
And so Dave Navarro is one of the judges on Ink Masters. He's
the host and one of the judges. I really like one of the judges in particular named Oliver Peck. I think he speaks. He just keeps it real, and he always has a toothpick in his mouth, which is a nice touch.
Cool.
All right, let's take a look at these other hats. And where is popcorn going to? Is that we know what charity that is?
Oh, that is going to the Equal Justice Initiative, I believe.
All right, great. And then here's
how do people bid on this? They bid on it.
It's on eBay. This is on Mezcal and Horny, which I think I sent you. Those are up in the next like 20, 30 minutes. So get in on that if
if you like Mezcal, can you tell us the eBay, or Molly will pop the eBay into
my eBay user account is Joe Mande Hats.
Okay, great. So
I think if you search for that, that's the name of it.
All right, so people are loving these hats. They're like,
oh, Oliver Peck is super racist. Fuck, I hate that guy, and I don't like the show. I mean, I don't even have a tattoo.
All right, so we're gonna get Joe Mande hats up there. We'll see more of them. How much are these going for? Like, what are the prices that we're?
One of them is going for like $700. It's crazy. Whoa. I'm very excited, but it's also
hats,
insane.
Man. All right, here's another great one here. We got this one, Transfusion.
Surprisingly, that one is not popping off like the others. I think you have to be very like specific. Like you have to work in like blood work in the
blood work.
You have to be getting it too. Like you have to be on either side of that one. Then,
exactly.
It seems like doctors. It seems like doctors would be all over that one.
Well,
somebody said it. And they have a lot of disposable income, so that's really good too.
Exactly. All right, I actually made a little graphic of a blood bag to go with it, and I scrapped it because my wife was like, it looks like a tampon, and so I was like, okay, that's upsetting. I'm gonna just get rid of that.
All right, so here we go. Next one we got here is we got Seppuku already. Maybe I just said wrestling.
Yeah,
this is a great hat.
I mean,
there's also a luchador mask on the side that I'm pretty proud of.
I feel like John Hamm or Riggle or one of those guys is going to steal one of these from you.
We just put the links up in the chat, so you can check out the link in the chat there.
Oh, great.
But people are like, you're getting a lot of love for these hats, which is great. So you can go on there and go check this out. But they're all so great. Here's another one.
The positive reinforcement I'm getting is it's almost upsetting because it's like maybe this is just what I should do. Certainly the comments on like my Netflix special are not this glowing.
I remember I dated somebody who had curly hair and she straightened it, and the amount of compliments she got on the straight hair made her like feel invalidated for her entire life. She's like, wait a second, why now? Why? Wait, like I get you can like it, but not that much.
Yeah,
don't like it that much.
Chill a little bit.
Joe, this is just a dumb question because I don't know how. This is not cross stitching. This is embroidering. Is that right?
Embroidering, yeah. Okay. So I am. I think I actually sent you an action shot.
You sent me a video. You sent me an action video. I'm going to see if I can pull that up as well. I will say this Wilma Valderrama hat. he should buy it for himself.
Absolutely.
And
Not that was my
spend a ton of
goal,
money
but
on it.
like, who else is going to buy that? Who wants
Yeah,
that?
I mean, I kind of wouldn't mind it. I like it. I got to look and see, but then you'd have to answer a lot of questions about it.
That one is also going to Oceania. So if you're into saving the ocean, Wilmer,
get in. Why not?
Get in.
I mean, it's a great story. By the way, just keep it in your house. You don't even have to wear it. Just like put it on your hat rack. All right, here we go. This one, I feel like it's going to be a huge one. This is
the one this is in the lead. I think this is like right now it's at 670, which is
that's
crazy.
Gonna be that'll be in the Hall of Fame. That's the hat Hall of Fame right there.
Yeah.
Now, Joe, is there any way to mass produce these?
I suppose. I mean, that I really am doing this for my own therapeutic benefit, but I could buy one of those machines that like the store Lids has and mass produce. But yeah, so maybe that's, if I'm never able to perform stand-up ever again, maybe I'll just do that.
Well, just when you go on the road, when you go on the road again, you should just have 20 or 30 of them at each and just sell them at your merch table.
I should just bring the machine with me and then like come up with words.
Exactly.
By the way,
people hand me their hats give a word.
We do a thing at How Did This Get Made where we make a specific shirt. Whenever we do a live show, we make a specific shirt to that live night. It may cancel out the mass appeal of it, but we really like that there is a specific shirt for something that happened in that episode in that room.
Yeah.
And I feel like that would be great to do with the hats, but more importantly, sell this Kurt Cobain hat, make a ton of money on it, and then do the reprinting of it. And you can still give that money away. But so there will always be the original.
Right. Right.
People
so whoever, that's smart.
People say that you got over $2,700 in bids. This is amazing.
It's crazy. Yeah, it's awesome.
What else? Okay,
this is horny. This one is up in like 15 minutes. Yeah,
shit. That's going to be the classic.
This is the big one. I mean, this is another great one. This kind of works across the aisle. I mean, this gets all the people involved. I really feel
By the way, what's to keep Lids from stealing this idea?
Absolutely nothing. I have no intellectual property on this. This is ripe for someone to steal and make actual money on.
No. You gotta.
But you know what? You know what's missing? It's your word choice that I think is making this. That you have your intellectual property is all up here. You can't anyone can have an embroidery machine.
Actually, there's a hat I'm selling tomorrow that I'll drop at 10 a.m. That is the only hat that I took, and I took from someone gave me a word that I was like, yes, that's the correct word, and so I'm very excited about that one.
But now talk about this hat here, the LA hat, because I know.
So tomorrow's the last day of the week of hats, and I am going to auction off the chance for a winner's choice. So the auction will be to buy this hat, this $10 hat, and then you choose the word that goes on there within reason. Like if it's you can't do like KLAN. I'm not doing that. But other than that, you can do doula or
somebody like De La Soul.
Yeah, De La Soul, that'd be great. And paella, whatever inspires you, I can make it work.
Nice.
Like this, people like playa, baklava.
Playa is the one. That's the home run.
Cannibal Army, that works. That'll be hard to fit all the words in the letters. I can.
I'm gonna try to pull up the you actually doing it, because watching you, I'm trying to get the comments off. Watching you do it actually brought so much more meaning. It was so intense. Here, let me see here if I can pull this over. All right, hold on. I'm bringing this over to my.
I will not do La La Land. I'm saying that right now.
Oh, come on! For money, you would do it. For the right amount of money, you would do La La Land.
I don't know if I would. I have principles.
I like that you can get one no, right? You can shut it down. Here we go. I'm gonna open up this thing. All right, hold on one second. I'm gonna blow it up big. Okay, here we go. All right. Sorry, I'm just prepping it all. All right, so this is Joe at work in the hat shop. Take a look at this. Here we go. All right,
here I am.
Whoa! Look at the intensity.
Yeah, there. Wow. I'm doing the hat.
How did you learn? How did you learn how to do this?
I just figured it out. It's not
pandemic. Yeah, I'll tell you the moment that really seems tough to me here is like you see the puncturing and how hard it is to get through. Like we watch it here, it goes.
Yeah,
that's hard. You got to do that so many times.
Oh yeah, I had to get like a little thimble thing with a steel edge at the end, and also
is that what a thimble is for? To keep your thumb from getting bloody?
Yes. Yeah,
I didn't know that's what a fucking thimble is for.
Yeah, and then sometimes when I hit a seam, I've got to get pliers.
Whoa, dude,
it's so dumb.
I love it all. I love that you are a hat man, and I'm gonna and we're putting it up in the chat one more time because it's all going to a good plot. Good places, and this is you with all your hats. Just one final shot.
There we are.
All the hats out there. So much work, and you are also working, and that's I think what makes it even more impressive. Like you are currently working a bigger gig, and you are doing this at the same time.
No, I turned in a script to a network today.
Wow, which network? Which network?
It doesn't matter. Who cares?
Oh man, I gotta know. It's the best network. I know it's going to be the best network.
It is. It's the coolest one.
Yeah.
It is a cool. Joe, thank you, King of Hats. Get on the eBay train. Joe Mande hats. It's up in the chat.
Quibi's done. Okay, no, I'm just doing hats.
By the way, that's a hat. I wanna get you to make a Quibi hat. Oh
yes.
Oh, okay. That's a good one. All right, what could that be? What is it?
University of Indiana. I'll look into it. I got
University of Indiana will have it. Yeah.
All right, great. Give it up for Joe, King of Hats. Follow the link. Right. Bid. It's all going to a good place. Thanks so much, Joe. We will
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Have a good night, man.
All right, bye. Ooh, all right, yeah, perfect.
That's
Rob.
So cool, man.
So good. People love Joe and his hats, and we have to keep the show going because we have another fantastic guest.
This show is just moving right now. At this point, I mean, do they give awards for Twitch shows? Or we got to get in there.
I think we're getting a Twitchy. I think I think the Twitchies are it.
I hope we get a Twitchy.
This is great. All right, so this our next guest, she is a comedian. She is a writer. She is an actress, and she also is a podcast host. And I'm obsessed with this podcast. I think you will be too. I don't even think you know fully her whole thing going on. But please welcome Chelsea Devantez. Here he goes. Hey, what's going on, Chelsea? How are you?
Guys, thanks for having me.
How has your quarantine been? How have you been doing?
Horrifically. So bad. I'm almost out of Xanax and I'm panicking.
Yeah. I was very excited to find out that my pharmacy has a drive-through window. I didn't know that as a thing, and I was very excited to get things at my pharmacy through a drive-through.
Yeah, no, it's more like I'm a nervous flyer, so I had some Xanax, and now that prescription's out, and I can't be like, I'm flying again. Can we get more?
When you think that you could call up your doctor and just say, I'm in the pandemic, and he'd be like, oh yeah, how many Xanax do you need? Like, I feel like I feel like this is the moment that you would be able to be like, yeah, not an issue.
Okay, you're right. I'm gonna call up and be like, flight anxiety.
I'm nervous about not being able to fly, and so I need it.
I'm really nervous about never sleeping again. Do you have any Xanax for me?
Does Xanax? I don't know. I've only taken Xanax to like go to sleep, and I'm very susceptible to like sleep shit. Like if I take like half a Xanax, I sleep for like 12 hours. Like, do you take it and then keep going with your day, like just to chill out during the day?
Yeah. I am like not like I've tried like Coke and snorting Adderall, and like it's horrific. But if I take Xanax, I'm like, this is the best. Is this a program where I should be saying drug stuff like that?
Yeah. You're totally fine. It is, the audience is 6 to 8 year olds, but they're very mature and they get it. I will say this.
Don't do drugs that go poorly with your personality. So pick the right ones.
Well, somebody's saying here, Daisy Barksdale crew is saying that human and dog Xanax are the same. So you could go out, if you have any friends who are a vet, you can get in on that.
Okay, and I did adopt a dog in quarantine, so now we know why.
Wow. What kind of dog did you get?
A weird one. He looks like a corgi mixed with a spaniel. He's a short man. He's like very stout and very long, and he's very needy.
Yes.
I have also adopted a dog in quarantine, and Sergeant Meatball is loving life right now. He has such terrible gas though that it is a problem. That is the only downside to Sergeant Meatball. So we have him on like this steady probiotic, and it really makes a giant difference. But yesterday we forgot, and I swear to God, like I felt like I felt things in my body that I've never felt before. The smell and the stench was so awful.
Oh, wow.
Oh God! I mean, listen, you named him Sergeant Meatball. That dog has pleasant farts.
Yeah.
Don't name Sergeant Meatball's guy.
He's not gonna be like a dainty dog.
Sergeant Meatball was a man. He would be like those people who take off all their clothes to take a shit. Like that kind of person.
He has to shower afterwards.
Ugh, look at him. Nothing on me. But that was like something that was like so rampant. I grew up with a very big Italian family. I feel like that was a thing that I knew of happening more and more, that people take off all their clothes to go to the bathroom.
So
what? That's bananas.
Like just be like, I don't need anything. I don't want to be encumbered. I need to feel like completely loose. Yeah.
Wow.
Chelsea, are you tracking the Army Hammer story? And
yes.
And what's your take on it?
I am tracking it. So
is it real or is it true or false? Do we know yet?
No, we definitely don't know. There's like Snopes won't say it's true or false yet, so we don't know. But here's the thing: I have 2 huge female group threads made of different women, and we talk about everything all day long. And the Army Hammer stuff broke, and it wasn't happening on any of the threads. And finally, I was like, "What's going on? Are we not doing Army Hammer?" And everyone was like, "I'm so tired. Like, he's a cannibal. Like, this is too much for us."
It's a lot. It's a lot to process.
I will say that when I heard it, the reaction I had was visceral. Like, what? Because it's so like it's shocking. Like the thing I heard was the ribs, which I talked about here, which is like he asked the girl to remove 2 ribs so he could eat them, which also seems weird. Like why would bones? Like you'd have to be like, I guess you'd be eating it's a weird part to have, but I don't know. I'm freaked out by it. I'm a little freaked out by it. The fact that he dropped out of the movie makes me go like, huh, what's here?
Yeah, it's so tough too because you want to respect kinks, and if they were mutually kinky and it was consensual, you're like, okay. When he said I tore the heart out of a living animal, that's when I was like, okay, we can draw the line against like murder, like torture.
Yes.
Murder.
Yeah. And by the way, I think that kinks are safe, and if this is like if it's safe words and things like that, this is a non-issue. It's a non-story. But if it's real and he was just trying to get somebody to remove a rib, what would that be like? Oh my God, imagine that.
Honestly, I think his biggest crime is DMing it on Instagram. Like that's how privileged he is. what the dudes who are like, I should like this porn star's photos all the time, even though I'm married. Right. And then someone like me is like, oh, this porn star's fun. And I'm like, why do all my married friends like her photos? Like, you don't have to like them. You don't have to DM from your verified account. Like, you want to be a cannibal? Get a burner phone. Like, it's just not respectable.
That's great. Great advice for cannibals. Great advice for cannibals out there.
I do think also what you're saying about like liking porn stars' tweets and stuff, like, yeah, why are we doing that? Like when you're in a relationship or you're married, like, why would you ever jump in? Why would you even follow? Why would you even have that paper trail?
Well, and also like it's like if it's your type of relationship, I guess, but also I would respect it more if you screen capped it and jerked off in private. Like, it's just smarter. So just do that.
These are great.
Getting
it. Yeah, I got to write all this down.
Chelsea, I want to talk about your podcast because your podcast is something that Rob and I love. And we were talking about this. Like, first of all, so your podcast is all about reading and talking about celebrity books, like their autobiographies and we were just texting today, and like you think like, oh, there's only a handful of celebrity autobiographies, but we're going to talk about a few today, and there are so many.
So many.
Random.
There's probably 500 that I would want to read, and then probably 300 where you're like, we're going to skip those.
Man.
What do you think? Can I give you a recommendation of one good one that I read? I was such a Jamie Kennedy fan that Jamie Kennedy, after like the first season of the Jamie Kennedy Experiment and like the first or second Scream movie, wrote his own autobiography called like The Jamie Experiment. And it was like the book, and it was his, like, he didn't have that much life. Like, he's a 25-year-old guy. He had like 20, like, it wasn't like he hadn't gone through that much. And that book was out. And I remember reading it and just being like, this is the funniest thing I've ever read in my life.
To read that now.
Wow.
It is amazing. Because it's like most people don't have that much to fill up a book. Like Obama, yeah, he could do 2 books, 700 pages, and you just get to the White House. Like, that's fine. I get it. But Jamie Kennedy, right off of not the X Experiment, had not even been canceled yet, and he's writing a 200-page book.
That's tough. Yeah. I will definitely pick that one up and read it. I love a good shit show.
Chelsea, give me some of the best, worst ones that you've read. Like, because
I have a few here that I can pull up and maybe go through, and cause you may not know the order, Chelsea. I'll just kind of show it here.
Sure.
This first one, yeah. So the Lynn Spears, Through the Storm.
This is one of the fucking worst. And I wanted to talk about this on your show because on the podcast, my rule is that it has to be a memoir, and it has to be the woman wrote it herself. So it can't be like a friend, like mom. So this is one. I was in a deep Britney hole this summer. Free Britney, obviously. She doesn't have a memoir, but Lynn does. So I was like, I got to read it. This book, after Britney's huge breakdown in 2007, this book was published in 2007. That means her daughter broke down and she was immediately like, tap, 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 like published. Every chapter ends with I swear to God, with a line like, I just had no idea what was happening. I just wish I knew what was ahead. I was just a sweet woman. But in every chapter, you're like, you still don't know? And then halfway through the book, she's like, and then it was Jamie Lynn Spears' turn.
Oh, God.
Like, you've already
done it. Now you know. This is your do-over. Jamie Lynn is your do-over.
The first half of the fucking book you wrote? Like,
well, do you think that she actually wrote it? Because this is like somebody's like, no way she wrote it. Like, or do you think it's like one of those things where someone just came over to her house, recorded her, and just dropped it all together? Because my wife wrote a book, and it took forever for it to get like, and she was, just like through all the processes of like copy editing and everything like that. Like, it takes a while, but these books come out so quick.
But June's smart, has awareness, and wants a good book.
Right. Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. So I guess there's some fly-by-night publishers who's like, just go, get
it out there. Yeah, I mean, she definitely had someone help her. But what I truly believe about memoirs is that everyone's spirit comes through. It's too many pages. Right. It's too many words. Like, that woman's spirit will always be inside the book, and you can like hear, if it had a real writer and only them, it'd be a better book because they would know not to say some of this shit.
Right.
Yeah.
By the way, someone pointed out in the chat, like, it says Through the Storm, but she's looking at a very clear window. It's a beautiful day out. There's no storm out. That's not stormy weather. That is like someone who's trapped inside a house on a nice day.
Well,
that's
someone else,
Scheer's life now, trapped inside a house on a nice day.
Someone else asked, I know who Jamie Lynn is. I know who Britney is. Who the fuck is Brian?
Oh my God, her brother, who Lynn tries to put Brian in the book because she's talking about her 2 famous daughters, and she's like, and he's there too, but he's barely in the book. Okay, do you guys know who Sam Lufty is?
No.
Okay, no need to. He was Britney Spears' manager when she's like has the umbrella, and when they have to call the cops to pull her out of the bathroom.
Oh yeah.
Oh
man.
And
shaved head Britney.
And he got her addicted on pills and into the conservatorship. He also got Amanda Bynes into her conservatorship. He was also her manager, and was also Courtney Love's manager, and was the guy who into her daughter's ex-husband's house to steal Kurt Cobain's guitar back. That's Sam Lufty.
Wow.
Okay.
Keep going.
Yeah, keep going.
This is what's so crazy about what's in the book. So Sam Lufty ruins Britney Spears' life, like the way she is now. Obviously, her parents did too, but he's a big part of it. This is how he got into Britney's life. And it's in Lynn's book. Lynn gets a call one day from a random number, and a guy on the phone is like, drugs are hidden on Britney and she's going to be arrested. And he hangs up, and she's like, oh my God. So she runs over, they look for drugs to see, and nothing happens. She's like, that was weird. 4 months later, she gets another phone call. And he's like, hey, what's up? My name's Sam. And she's like, you're the guy who called me about drugs being planted on my daughter. And he was like, yeah. I'm starting a jewelry company. Would you like to be the spokeswoman for my new line of jewelry? And Lynn is like, I'd love to. Let's go to lunch. Goes to lunch. Anonymous man to have her own jewelry line. He then befriends her with a fake jewelry line, meets Britney Spears, cuts Lynn out, becomes her manager. The jewelry line was fake, and takes over Britney's life. And Lynn was like, I wish I'd known.
What the
Lynn has had head trauma. That's the only way you can describe it. If she's not putting two and two together. I will say that Rob and I played a very crucial part, but we were at a very interesting part of Britney's life. We were at the MTV Music Awards for the epic fail, that opening number, and we were right underneath her as she performed. And I will say, I always say this, that in the room at that point, it didn't look that bad. And when you watch it on TV, I remember going up to like somebody's room afterwards and watching it on TV, and we were going, oh. But like when you were in the audience, it was passable. But I remember that moment so clearly. Like we were doing something, and someone like, oh yeah, Britney hasn't come, she hasn't rehearsed, she hasn't done anything. And the fallout from that was insane. But we were right there, like underneath their legs as they were dancing on tables right there.
I cannot believe you witnessed that. Yeah, those are the Sam Lufty years. He like had her on pills, and he didn't know what the word insomnia was. That's another red flag. But she's like, I take insomnia pills, but I don't know what insomnia is. That's in Lynn's book.
Well, just to double back for a second, if you got him as your manager, you would be able to get a prescription to whatever you wanted.
Done.
Oh my God, you were right.
So
get on that. We have a bunch of. We can bypass any ones that you want. We can stay on any ones, but I'll show you the next one that we have here, which is great. Classic. This is old school autobiography, because I remember when this came out.
Wow.
Yeah, it's out of print now. Like to buy a copy, it's like $75.
Whoa.
Wow.
Yeah.
Not even a Kindle. You can't even get a Kindle edition of it.
You can't even get a Kindle edition. They don't want this book out because it was written. She wrote it at 14 years old.
Whoa.
And the podcast episode about it actually drops tomorrow. But and then her ghostwriter, you can see Todd Gold on there.
Yes.
This book launches his career. He goes on to write like Richard Pryor's memoir, Donny Osmond's dog. And in the book, it's like he's like the worst ghostwriter of all time. And it sounds like he's fucking her mom in the book. Not that he is, he's just like describing her body a lot. And you're like, what? And then Drew's like, yeah. And then I had my first glass of wine when I was 9 years old at Rob Lowe's birthday party.
Whoa.
Of course.
Oh man. So how crazy is this book though? Like, is it is it all just the stories of her just insanity, like being a child actor in that world?
It is. It's crazier than that. It's crazy. This is one of the fucking craziest books ever. Oh my gosh. All those stories of like at Rob Lowe's birthday party, I became an alcoholic when I was 10 years old. But then it's also this crazy shit her mom was doing to her, and that the ghostwriter's writing about it, and then like getting pulled in and out of rehab, and then like at 13 years old, like I mean, just the book is just insane. And
so it's salacious. It's good, or is it like a little too like? Yeah, where does it fall? Like, do you feel bad, or you're like, ooh, I want to read more?
It's just a bummer.
It to bring a full circle, it makes you feel like you're on cocaine, which she does a lot in the book. And so you're like, oh, this is amazing. And then after you finish the book, you're like, I'm really sad.
But you can also embrace how cool she has become. And she really did turn a corner.
She came out of it.
Yeah, she came out of it. So there is something of good about it.
Yeah, no, it made me love her because I mean she gets emancipated at 14. She's an incredible woman, and now that she has her late night show, I'm like, oh, I get you. Like you survived.
Yeah, she's really awesome. You just did her show.
Yeah, and she was awesome. Like she's just like it doesn't feel like I'm trying to figure out how to say it. Like, because talk shows are such a weird beast anyway, right? Like you have to go there and they just know that you're just moving through the thing. But it kind of feels like she's going to do whatever she wants, and she knows they'll cut it down to something that will actually fit in the show, but she will go off. And we had so many fun tangents, but she didn't feel encumbered by like, oh, I got to make a thing. I got to get to commercial break. I have to do anything. It's like, I'm just going to have fun. I'm going to talk about my chickens. I'm going to talk about this, talk about bunk beds. And it was like, I'm on this wild ride with her. And it was like, very genuine. I thought that was actually really cool.
I love that. Yeah. That's what she seems like. Just like she's been in the limelight since she's so young, and she's just like an open book.
Somebody brought this up in the chat, or they brought up the name, and I want to bring up what I have. I have a DVD in my collection that I love so much. It's a Corey Haim DVD called Me, Myself, and I, which is a VHS. It's ripped from a VHS where it's like him trying to do a book, but it was like a VHS tape to basically explain like, I'm not really a drug addict. But it's like a self-produced propaganda piece on Corey Haim. And you can watch a lot of it on YouTube. It's amazing. And I just remember like him just floating in a pool, like on a pool floaty, just like, hey, what's up? So it's like, it's to the Teen Beat audience trying to be like, I'm not really a drug addict. I'm cool. And it's amazing.
Oh God. I mean, he's in her book too. That makes sense.
Oh, wow.
And right, Chelsea, do you mostly do, it sounds like Hollywood people, or do you ever do like any of these weirdo, like Trump people, or, like Ivanka or Kimberly Gill? I don't even know who of those people has books. But
when I worked for Jon Stewart, so I've always read these books. It's pre-podcast. This is just my favorite genre because I grew up next to Walmart and these books that they have. No, I genuinely love them, but the Walmart thing is true. But when I worked for Jon, I read all of the Fox women's memoirs because it's just fucking fascinating, and you really get into their head and see their point of view. I would never put them, not never, but like it's gonna have to be like year 7 of this podcast when I use some shit like that, only because there's so many good ones of like cool women that I don't need to do Megyn Kelly's yet.
Yeah.
All right, so here's
and then you can come on and do her memoir.
I will.
Here's the next one we got here. All right, this one I didn't know that she even had a book, but this feels like what is going on in this book?
It's so good. No ghostwriter, and no ghostwriter for reals for reals because in the podcast, the end of the episode is an interview with her where I got to
wow.
And this book is like. It has some of the darkest content of any memoir, but she's so funny you don't realize it. And so it's like a beautiful read. But the reason I put this one next to Drew's is that in 1982, when Drew was in E.T. as a little girl, not the starring role, she got $75,000 for that movie.
Wow.
Gabrielle, very like perfect pettiness, drops that for Precious, which she starred in. 20 years later, she got $30,000.
Wow.
Whoa.
Isn't that horrific? And everyone's like, $30,000 is a lot of money. And you're like, no, she got no. She got like fucked over.
Yeah.
And
huge.
Before the movie comes out, she and her mom get evicted. And they get evicted on the night of a Tyler Perry premiere. And someone's like, you have to call Lee. You're the star of his movie. You have to tell him you're being evicted. And they're being evicted on a clerical error, not because they didn't pay rent.
Okay,
and she calls Lee and he's like, what happened to all your money? But it was like $30,000 before taxes and a year ago.
That's also like this misconception too, that you're just automatically rich if you've been in something or done something. It's it doesn't always work out like that. I remember Rob and I were doing Best Week Ever back in the day, and people were like, oh, you have too much money. It's like, you would get $500 a week to do Best Week Ever. And then after the taxes get taken out, like, what is that? You can't even pay your rent, but you'd be on TV every single week, or you get some version of that, it's like, it's crazy.
It's so insane. Yeah. That movie made $10 million and she didn't have a home to live in.
Did she even get back end on it?
If she did, she doesn't say so in the book, but I would be shocked if someone who signed a $30,000 deal manager got back in.
Oh man,
right.
That is insane. All right,
because
this is great.
That was like the first thing she did, right?
Yeah, she was her first audition, first anything.
Yeah, so you get fucked over on the first few things you do, you know?
For sure, but that's extreme. I can't believe they did that to her.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, or not give her anything in the back end to say like, hey, if this does well, we'll take care of you. Because ultimately, a lot of these like smaller indie movies, give people points. It's never going to make money anyway. Like, you know, and when you do have something like this or My Big Fat Greek Wedding, like these movies that become these colossal successes, then they can share in it. But most of the time, it's like I remember like Peter Jackson had to sue New Line because they said, oh yeah, the Lord of the Rings money, it made no money. We made no money on that. So like he sued New Line. They're like, oh yeah, no, they made millions and millions of dollars on it. But they,
I think I said it made $10 million. That's wrong. The budget was $10 million. I mean, Mariah Carey's in that movie. Monique is in that movie. Like they found the budget for those. Mariah Carey. I mean, like she didn't do that for $30,000.
Right.
All right, here's another one. This is one that I didn't even know happened. Delta Burke.
Wow.
Delta style.
I mean, so it's a style book, but basically, remember when comedians like their whole like morning radio show DJs would just be like, "This woman's fat." Like it's the Monica Lewinsky. She's it's a fat woman. So that happened to Delta, and she goes and writes this book where she's like, fuck you, how dare all of you. And it's also a style book, but it's like it's one of the most beautiful, like heartwarming kick-ass books. I just want to wreck it.
Wow. That is not what I thought you were going to say about this Delta Burke book. I did not see that coming.
What you also know coming is that she loves plantations, so that's a bummer. But other than that, the book is good.
People are asking who is Delta Burke.
Oh God. She's
from Designing Women.
Yeah, she was one of the stars of an old show before you guys were born. There used to be a thing called sitcoms, and one of them was called Designing Women, and she was one of the women.
Yeah, and it was a huge, like, it's kind of one of the first shows where, like, women are just going to talk, and, like, that's enough for a show. The doctor in This Is Us is her current husband and her husband of, like, 30 years, Mac.
I watched so much Designing Women. It was always on. I feel like this and Evening Shade, like all these like kind of weird sitcoms that no one really talks about. Like I guess Designing Women does get talked about, but like somebody described it as like a younger Golden Girls in a way. Like it had that kind of a vibe.
Yes, that's a great description of it.
All right, here we go. We got this one, Gabrielle Union. I've worked with Gabrielle Union. She seems cool as shit. This book. What do we know about this book? Tell me about this book. Is it good or not?
Too many books, so feel free to skip them. This is one of my top 5. I would give it as a gift to any woman in my life. My favorite thing about this book is that she gives cheating advice. And when I read it, I was like, now this is a fucking memoir. She's like, don't cheat, but if you do, I've cheated a lot. Here's what you do. And one of the tips was, what do you guys think the best cheating? No, I'm just kidding. I won't show you that. The best.
No, yeah. Do it.
What do you think the advice is going to be of if you cheat, what you should do?
I would say a really high quality silicone head mask. You can like totally, in case you get you're on fucking surveillance cameras.
That's not.
I'm going to burner phone. I'm going burner phone because we talked about it before. Burner phone feels like that is an important part of the equation.
Okay, tough because burner phone's evidence though, Paul. So.
Okay.
Her advice is never cheat with someone who has less to lose than you do. So you cheat with someone who loves their food.
Yes.
Yes.
That is diabolical. Wow. Yeah.
But it makes you think of Jada Pinkett Smith, who cheats with this young dude. He don't give a fuck. So now he's going to talk shit on her. She should have been cheating with like Denzel Washington.
Right.
Yes. Yes. Oh, wow. That is great. I will tell you this, and I can't reveal any of it. And Chelsea, I'll tell you one time privately. I was with her, and she told me a cheating story about some very famous people that blew my mind. And I did not know this was like part of her thing. And she was like, oh, yeah, and this happened, and this happened. I was like, and first of all, to hear that person cheated blew my mind, and then how they cheated and how it ended, it was like,
okay,
she's
you
been
have
in
to
it.
tell the story. You have to tell the story.
There's no way. It would be a complete betrayal. I will just say that she
Paul,
revealed someone
we'll
that you
bleep it. We'll bleep it out when we edit this. We'll bleep
it's
it out.
alive. I'll say this: the person that you described did the exact same thing, and in the sense of very very smart way of
Michelle Obama.
aligning it.
Michelle Obama.
Hey, my lips are sealed.
Whoa!
No.
That's hot dish.
All right, here we go. And then I think this is the last one that we have, and then we can let you go. But this is Jessica Simpson's open book. I watched you kind of live read this, or I felt like I was during the beginning of pandemic. I watched you kind of enjoying this book, and just let us in on this, because this is like kind of an alternate Britney Spears in a way. Like there's a lot of weird similarities and a lot of differences too. But yeah, she's fascinating to me.
Book is incredible. It's incredible. It's how my podcast got started is that I had it on pre-order because I love memoirs, and then I started recapping it on my Instagram story because I was pretty drunk, and I was like, the people got to know how good this book is, and then immediately it became a podcast. So thank you, Jessica. But it has. I would be on the show for an hour, but the one tiny thing that's not covered a lot in her book that is one of my favorite facts is that she says Nick Lachey thought of 98 Degrees as a working class boy band, like a tougher Boys to Men. And it's this tiny and I was like, whoo, she talks shit on him, but that was the funniest shit I've ever read in my life.
Is this after she got sober? Somebody wants to know. Is this like a now book?
Yes. I think Jessica's still struggling a little bit, but it is like her rock bottom. The book starts with her being like, I was waking up at 7 a.m. and drinking straight vodka all day long. And then she's like getting like tummy tucks where the doctor's like, you're probably going to die because you have no liver. And she's like, I don't care. And her mom's there being like, she's hideous. Give her the tummy tuck. And she's like going in being like, I might die because I have no liver left.
Oh, wow.
And there's so much in this book.
Oh, the John Mayer stuff too. I forgot about that. It's all here every week on Celebrity Book Club. Do you read a book a week? I mean, you've backlogged enough that you feel like, or are you under that pressure?
We record in advance, but in order to keep up, I read a book a week. Yeah.
Wow.
I've already read them before, so that's okay too.
Why not? Do you just listen to audiobooks, or do you actually like read it like a real person?
I read it like a real person because I still recap the books in my Instagram stories every night.
Awesome.
This is amazing. Chelsea, we love you. This is awesome. Everyone is so excited about this, and we will subscribe. We will like it. But literally the reaction to the hats and this has been a real uplifting episode for us.
This is a good one. This is a quality episode.
Well, you guys, it was an honor to come on here with you guys. So thank you.
You are awesome. We'll see you later, Chelsea. Thank you so much for being here. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Oh my gosh. So good.
That's awesome, man. What a great podcast.
It's such a good book. I knew you would get such a kick out of that because she's so good. But Rob, are you ready? Are you ready?
I'm not ready. I got to get mentally, because this is what are we calling this? Twitch has got talent, or Discord has talent?
Discord has talent. Whatever you want to see. If we have a Discord, you can jump on there. We have a lot of we take our questions from there. We got our dating game people from there, and we wanted to see, do people
what about
on
Thursdays? Discord?
Thursday's
Got Talent.
I love that. Thursday's Got Talent has more of a catchy. You're using that Simon Cowell brand. I like that.
Yeah.
So I like that.
Just to be clear, we do get a piece of everything. Every talent that we discover, we get 10%.
10%. These talents will be short. They'll be impressive. We're going to meet them right now. Rob and I do not know their talents, so we're not being coy. But we have 4 people with talent here. And let's bring out our first contestant. I'm very excited to bring her out. This is Miss Liz, or Miss Lizzie. Is that? Oh, sorry. Well, let me get her like this. Oh, hold on. There you go. Hey,
how are you?
You here we go. Hold on. There you go. You're unmuted. Now it all works. Hi. How are you?
Good. How are you guys?
Great.
Good.
Thank you for doing. You are our first contestant, and we're so excited to manage you. Whatever happens with your talent, we're gonna blow you up.
You're in. We're behind you. We're supporting you. We don't know what your talent is. We don't want you to reveal that just yet. But what should we call you? Should we call you Liz? Is that your name, Liz?
Yeah.
Or Lizzie?
Right. Liz
Lizzie. All right. What is something interesting about you? Before we know what you are going to do, what is something that we should all know about you?
Where do you live? Where do you live? What do you do?
In Canada.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice. Yeah.
Can you sneak us in? Please sneak us in.
You know what? I would. There's a lot of people that there's no way they're getting in at all, but you guys are cool.
Please sneak us in. Oh.
Okay. So
yeah, I've got nothing special right now.
What is your talent, or should we just see it and judge it? How should we be presented this talent? You want to tell us it first, or you just want to do it?
I think I'll just have to show you guys and to say that this has really got me absolutely nowhere in life. So yeah,
here we go. I'm excited.
I'm gonna kind of get out of here a little bit.
All right, here we go. Yeah! Whoa! 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 Do it again. Do it again. Whoa! Awesome.
I had no idea that it was a thing. I thought everybody could do that. And I even saw my sister today to tell her, and she's like, what can you do? And she can't do that. So yeah.
You are talented. That is awesome. We're gonna make so much money. We're gonna make so much money on this, Paul.
I can't feel anything. It just stops. So like, okay. I can't go any further.
Yeah.
Rob, how can we use her? What can we do? What kind of commercials could we put her in?
Well, I mean, obviously, I have contacts in the hand modeling world. They're always looking for more flexible. I can't go back that far. I have a lot of extensive contacts in the hand modeling world. I'll start working those contacts. Paul and I are going to blow you up, girl.
We could get you into the professional thumb wrestling circuit, and almost like you're kind of playing them, like you have more flexibility than anybody. It kind of be like gaming the system, like a pool thing like that. All right, this is awesome, Liz. You had an amazing talent. You got everything that you wanted out of it. That was, first of all, everyone's excited about it. Second of all, I can't. You set the bar high. You set the bar high.
Now, Liz, are you married or are you single?
Single.
And would you show someone that on the first date, or would you wait a while because you don't want to scare them away?
Oh, well, I guess it depends on what you get up to in the first date.
That's right. That's right.
Good answer. I like that.
Good
All
answer.
right, she's the best. Thank you, Liz. You are amazing. You've got talent. We've now signed you. I'm so happy you're working with our giant production company. And now we are going to bring in our next guest. This guy. Let's bring him in here. I'll just explain it here. This is Professor Marth.
That's correct.
Marth.
Yes.
Right.
You can call me Chris, though. That's my alias. That's my
okay.
name. Professor Marth is my real name.
Chris is doing some twitching. You got all the gear I can see.
Oh no, yeah. I'm in somebody else's room. I snuck in here.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I don't know who this is.
Where do you live and what do you do?
I live in LA County, and I work for a big box chain, which I will not name. Just in case.
Yes. Okay. All right.
Can you give us a tip?
I'll see you. Don't know.
Can you give us a tip that we don't know? I always ask people who work in these places, a hack or something that is always helpful for one of us. Like, what could we know? What could we do better?
Right.
How can we be better in using a big box place?
Please don't yell at me all the time.
Great.
Got it. I appreciate that. And that, look,
not a lot of people know that.
Yeah. I think the issue that I always find with people who work in big box stores and the way that people treat people in big box stores is as if it's a mom and pop store. You're not you're not invested in the Costco, not to say you work at Costco, you're not invested in the success of Costco. You're just there to clock in, clock out. You're doing your job. But sometimes people come to you why isn't it like that? You don't know. You have no say in that. It's above your pay grade.
Yeah, way above my pay grade. Actually,
all right. Chris, thanks for coming on the show. Are you ready to do your thing?
I think I am. Yes.
Okay.
Do you want to tell us what it is, or are you going to do it?
Well, I'll tell you. It's an impression and
Okay.
to see how good it is, I wonder if you can guess it.
Okay, great.
Okay, great.
Hello, everybody. How y'all doing today? I wonder if you know who I am. I know I look a little different, but what do you think?
Barack Obama.
I got it. I was letting you riff on it. That was great.
Yes.
Thank you. I know. Yeah, I had plastic surgery because this whole thing with Biden doesn't go well. I'm gonna run again, 2024.
Nice. Really nice.
I like it. Really good. I thought at first it was a little bit of Bill Clinton, but then I feel like we steered right out of that and got a solid Barack. Now, what can you do with that Barack impression? Have you made calls? Have you done anything like that? Have you gotten in that world?
Prank call your friends.
Well, I don't prank call, but I do. Don't want to self-promote a little bit, but I do have Twitch where you can use channel points to make me do my various impressions.
Wow.
Oh, you have multiple impressions?
You have multiple.
They're all. Yeah, I do. I like to think I do.
Give me one more. Give us one more. Come on, Professor Marth live. Come on, one more.
Hear another profession or another impression?
Yeah.
All right, see if you can figure this one out.
Here we go.
Do your yelling. I want to see more yelling. I don't see you doing enough yelling and moving around.
I'm going to the chat. All right, chat. What do we think?
Mm-hmm.
Chat is not dead.
I'll give you a hint. Eraserhead was my most spiritual film to date.
Oh, nice. David Lynch?
Yes, but also no. It's as confusing as my movies.
Okay. Who? All right. So people say it's not Lynch. This is the one that you should have led with. Who is it? Kyle? Is it Kyle? Is it Is it
Bill Clinton?
Yes, I'm Bill Clinton. No, I am David Lynch.
Oh, okay, that was David Lynch. Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm angry for no reason all the time.
All right, great. I love it.
These are great. These are great.
Awesome. You have one more to get us out on, one more impression before we get you out of here.
Can I ask you, Chris, just to for business purposes, if Paul and I wanted to take you on as a client and manage your career and really blow you up, would you be able to could you fill it out and do some time? Like, would you be able to, write like a little bit of a thing and do like, a couple minutes? So if you had to go and give a speech in character, you could do that?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay. Good to know.
I almost forgot what your normal voice sounded like. Now I'm even more impressed because I'm hearing your normal voice in comparison to the other voice. I like it. This is awesome. Great talent. Rob, I feel like people, in the chat, everyone's like, I feel comforted by this impression. They feel warm. They want to hear Barack again, and Barack coming out of your mouth. Great. Lynch, a trickier impression, because I don't even know if I heard David Lynch, I'd be like, oh, that's David Lynch. But I appreciate the niche nature of a Lynch.
Sure.
Can I give you one more?
Yeah.
It's another director.
Okay.
See, when I worked on the Baby Yoda show, I asked Jon Favreau if this was real thing.
Herzog.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. I thought it was Robert Rodriguez.
You got it. Yeah, you got it, Rob.
All right. Yeah. Werner, I love it. All right, great. These are awesome. Professor Marth, these are great impressions. Love them. You are streaming on Twitch. We will find you and we will use some channel points to force you to do these Werner Herzog while you're playing. Let's bring on our next person here. This is Brandon. Welcome, Brandon, to the stream.
Hello.
Hey, what's up, dude?
How's it going?
I'm great. How are you doing, man? Where do you live and what do you do?
I don't do anything at the moment, but I live in beautiful Overland Park, Kansas.
Whoa, that's where Rob Riggle and Paul Rudd.
Yeah, I got Paul Rudd right.
Yeah,
there it is. I see it on the wall. I love that.
We've been there. We've been there for we've been to Kansas City for
yeah. No, I've missed you guys. I mean, as in like, I started going to Big Slick after
we were already there.
Yeah.
Like so. Yeah. I miss you. Didn't go the years I went, but it's all good. I've interviewed you, Paul, before.
Oh, nice. Well, good to see you again.
Yeah, we didn't see each other. We were on the phone.
Oh, you
well,
got fucking
well,
slammed.
Yeah, it was
Wow.
all good.
You got
No, it's all
fucking
good, man.
slammed, Scheer. Sit
No,
down,
I love you,
Scheer.
Paul. I love
Sit
you.
down.
I love you, Hubel. You guys
Stay
are.
down, Scheer. Stay the fuck down, Scheer. He just quit the show.
Oh no, I didn't mean to insult him.
All
I
right,
was
all right.
trying to
I'm back.
rip.
I'm back now. I'm back.
I'm not a good rip.
Brandon, I appreciate that you have your microphone ready. We know where
Yeah.
you're from. What is your talent? Or do you want to just do your talent?
Well, I will tell you what it is because it needs a tiny bit explaining, but not
Great.
much.
Great.
So, literally, my dream is to be a television host, specifically game shows.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I thought I would challenge you guys to test my game show host skills, challenge you guys to a trivia battle, Paul versus Rob.
Great. Great.
Okay. All right.
And
Okay.
you
So you're
can
gonna.
judge how good I am as a game show host.
Okay.
This
you
is a
take
very interesting talent. Okay, I like it.
Okay, so here's how it works. I'm going to ask you a question, and if you know the answer or think the other team doesn't have a clue, you get. Oh, wait a second, that's the wrong show. Wrong show. No, I was
All right,
trying to make a joke. It didn't work.
Okay, that got okay. All right. So we are
It didn't work.
the talent is
I'm not a
started. Got it.
comedian.
Okay.
I got it.
Okay.
I got you. We're with
Okay, so for real, I'm going to ask you a question after I read the question out. If you think you know the answer, you buzz in using your name.
you. Okay.
Got it.
Full
Each-
name? Full name?
Just first name. First name will work.
Got it.
Okay.
Paul.
So it's like for me, Rob.
Yeah,
Paul.
Rob.
perfect.
Paul. All right,
Rob.
great. Paul.
Each
Rob.
question is worth 1 point. The one with the most points after 5 questions wins.
Okay.
Very simple. I wrote all the questions myself.
Great.
Okay.
All right. Here
And
we
they're
go.
all pop culture.
Oh,
Got
I
it.
love it. Paul's gonna win, by the way.
Okay.
Let's see.
Okay, question 1. In The Boys, the character Huey is played by the son of what Hollywood actor?
Rob.
Rob, what is your answer?
Army Hammer.
Paul.
Rob, that is
Dennis
incorrect.
Quaid.
Paul, what is your answer?
Dennis Quaid.
Dennis Quaid is correct. 1 point to Paul.
This
That's
guy's
Jack
great.
Quaid, star of
This
the new
guy's-
Scream film.
Brandon is a great host. Okay, keep going, Brandon.
Okay, question number 2. Hugh Jackman was starring in what musical before landing X-Men?
Rob.
Paul.
Rob answered, buzzed in first. Rob, what is your answer?
I forgot the name of it, but it's the one where he's like a showman, and it's like maybe it's called The Showman.
That is incorrect. Paul, what is your answer?
The Man from Oz. No?
That is incorrect.
Oh.
The answer we were looking for is Oklahoma.
Fucking shit.
Oh. Hey, LA. Oh,
All right.
wow. Okay. All right.
Keep going,
Interesting.
keep going, Brandon.
Okay, so one point to Paul, 0 to Rob right now, but that could
Hey,
all
can I-
change.
And can I interrupt? Sorry, Rob. Can I interrupt for just a second, Brandon,
Of
to tell
course.
people if you're just tuning in, this might be a little confusing. This is Paul and I are doing a talent show on our Twitch show. Brandon's talent is hosting game shows. So we are on a game show that Brandon is hosting, but really we're judging Brandon's talent as a host. Okay, go ahead.
Perfect description. I would give you a point for that, but those aren't the rules of the game. Okay, X-Men Apocalypse actress Olivia Munn previously hosted what G4
Rob.
series?
Rob,
Rob buzzed in first again. Will we get it right? Rob, what is your answer?
thank you. Attack of the Show.
That is correct, Rob.
Good
Yeah.
job.
1
good
point
job.
to Rob, 1 point to Paul. It's all tied up. 2 questions to go.
Whoa, 2 questions. Let's make this let's make this a tiebreaker here. We're going.
Yeah, we'll make this the tiebreaker. That's fair enough. You guys are running the show. I'm just happy to be a guest.
Yeah. Okay, great. Tiebreaker question.
Brandon is my favorite person. All right, keep going, Brandon.
Which Academy Award-winning actor has played both Commissioner Gordon and the Yellow M&M?
Oh, Paul.
Paul, what is your answer?
My gosh. Now I buzzed in. I can see his face. He's the guy from Whiplash, J.K. Simmons.
J.K. Simmons is correct. Paul wins.
Yes.
Rob, you gave it a valiant effort, and you don't leave empty-handed. You leave with empty hands.
Great
All right, that's
job,
good-
Brandon.
Good
Great
talent,
job.
good talent,
Great
Brandon.
job.
Good talent.
That's a great talent, Brandon, and we may want to take you on as a client and manage your career and really, because there's a lot of, we live in Hollywood, California, not, no offense to Overland Park. I know there's a lot of entertainment there, but this is where dreams are made, where we live.
Truthfully, you have the talent that's easiest to sell. So that is a good thing. We have one more talented person, and then we're going to bring on our final guest for the night, Brandon Johnson. But let's bring in Matilda here. Matilda, welcome to the show. I'm going to kick out Brandon. Matilda, welcome. I'm just realizing that Brandon was auditioning to be a talk show host, but he did not tell me what I won. He just told me that you lost. I feel like, shouldn't you be leading with?
Well, we cut him off. We cut him off. Also, to be clear to everyone, and Matilda, yourself as well, we're not going to manage your career. We're not going to, that's a joke. I don't know. Brandon seemed like he might. I don't want to fuck up Brandon's dream. So Brandon, go on and be a great game.
We do want a percentage, Brandon. That's all we're saying. We do want a percentage.
We do want a percentage. Sorry, Matilda. Thank you for putting up a backdrop. It looks great. And what would you like to tell us about yourself? Where do you live? What do you do?
Well, I'm actually not Matilda. I'm spotlighting Matilda
Okay.
at the second.
Okay.
I live in Ithaca, New York, and I work in higher education.
Nice. Okay. Well, so we know the name of the college where you work,
Yes.
and that's also the name of the college in Road Trip, the movie, which is fantastic.
Which everyone knows.
Everyone knows Road Trip. Okay. So would you like to tell us about your talent or just perform it?
Well, I'm just going to perform it.
Great.
Okay.
So
Yes.
this is Matilda.
Okay, I
Yes.
love this.
I think Matilda's got talent. Here she goes.
So she bites things.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
That
Yes.
yes.
Yes. She's great. Yes. Great job.
That great job. What a great
I've
way to
never
end. People are
I have never seen a dog do anything like that before, ever.
people are, I mean, look, the chat has spoken. You are the winner here. I mean, we love Matilda. We love people want to see the replay. Can we see it one more time?
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Here we go. You got to pick her up like that, and then she bites you. Yep. And she's young. This is a pup, right?
Yeah.
So great.
This is the best. People love it. People love it so much.
I am not above managing pets. I'm not above that.
Never. Big money here. Thank you for being
Great
here.
job,
Thank you for
Matilda.
educating people.
Great job, Matilda.
That was amazing. Thank you so much. And Rob, let's talk about our talent. Let's talk about our talent here.
Okay.
I mean, we had a lot of great people here.
We had a lot of great ones. The girl that could bend her fingers back. I think we could make money off that. Brandon I would like to have Brandon back on the show at some point to check in with him, and maybe he could host something for us. Like maybe if we do something,
I like this.
He could maybe host a dating game for us, or maybe not the dating game, but we'll find something for him to do. Maybe, he was great.
Let's also maybe get our guy with the Barack Obama impression. Let's get him as somebody who can maybe, be an MC, like an MC Obama, and he can be dropping those impressions. We're going to work with all of these people. I
could see a bright future for all of them. Matilda, I will say, is an easy favorite because I've never seen a dog be able to do something like that. To be able to just lick or nip like that so instinctively is amazing. Really amazing.
People want Brandon to be a man on the street, go out live in Kansas City and report in. I'm down with that. We definitely need to get Brandon on the street. Everybody did an amazing job here tonight. And I also want to talk to you, Rob, about something that Discord has been talking about, which is they want to do a dog parade or an animal parade where everyone would bring their animals and we would get to look at their animals as well.
Yes.
So animal parade.
We have to
animal parade is
an
coming.
Animal parade. We have become the purveyors of such low end cable access. I love it.
I love it. The Brandon, everyone's working. And speaking of Brandon, we have a different Brandon here. This guy, is one of my favorites. He's a great actor, a talented comedian, writer. You've heard him on podcasts. You've seen him on TV shows. Please welcome Brandon Johnson. Brandon Johnson, how are you, buddy?
Man, I'm so excited to be here. Thank you so much for having me, you guys.
Dude.
Brandon, how are you? How are you surviving this pandemic?
I'm good, man. I just came up with this game show idea. I want to run by you guys.
Oh no! This is
Check this out. It's pop culture.
Okay.
It's questions, man, and I feel like as a Brandon, I should really audition for the job. I'd love to do some field pieces, maybe man on the street.
Yeah.
Or
Okay.
If this goes well, I'd like to come back and host, if at all possible.
Of course.
Because I really feel like a lot of people are talking game show. What Brandon is talking game show? This Brandon.
This is it. We need more Brandons in our game show. We have a lot of game shows, but not enough Brandons in them.
Brandon, I've never seen one.
Brandon, I'm going to ask you a question because we've been talking like we all are LA people, but are you right now in LA? Did you get out? I know you've gotten out. Are you back out? Or are you back in?
I'm in Kansas City right now. That's where Paul Rudd is from. Sudeikis is from there, and
Riggle.
Riggle is also from there. I really feel like he's putting Johnson County on the map. When you all come from Johnson County and you do what we do, something innovative, the way that I try to be different among the general population of Kansas City, because I'm gonna tell you something. There's a lot of fakes and phonies out there. A lot of Brandons a lot of Brandons and Brendans and Bryans and Briannas. I'm not a karaoke Brandon.
Right.
I'm not Monopoly
the
Brandon.
real deal.
Yeah.
I'm the real deal. I'm what you call game show Brandon.
Yeah.
The only game show Brandon there is.
Where do you
come game show Brandon?
Where do you come down on like a Braxton? You know what I mean? Like if you, because I feel like Braxton is a different flavor of brand. I feel like guys named Braxton really want to be Brandon. Am I wrong about that?
He takes his Mercedes to Jiffy Lube, not the dealer.
Okay. I get it. Yeah.
People are and I appreciate that. And I feel like we need to call this out a little bit because people aren't talking enough about these people who are trying to front as a real Brandon. And but people are talking about Brandies out here, a lot of Brandies.
Even when she got a TV show, she changed her name to Moesha.
That's
and
right.
Whatever was going on in that family, Ray J just decided to be Ray J. He was probably Ray Jamal, Ray Jamil, Ray Jalal. So whatever they're doing in the Norwood family with names, they can dead that.
Done.
Right.
Do me a favor. If you guys have any more questions for me, will you say your name before you ask me the question? I'm trying to work on that.
Yeah. Okay, I will. Rob.
Oh, great.
When it comes to pop culture trivia games, do you think you would be able to write your own questions, or would that be kind of a Google situation, or how would you?
I gotta tell you, it does not interest me.
Yeah.
I'm like Cat Williams. I'll farm it out if I can. I'll fight a child, a 13-year-old at a school over a soccer game.
You perform exclusively with live animals on your stage, right? Didn't Cat have like a tiger for the opening of the special?
Cat Williams did. He had a tiger.
I'm not going to judge. I will tell you that cats are lucrative. We see what they've done for tiger queens and kings all over.
Oh, you're right. Yes.
Have either one of you guys been on a dance show yet?
I have not been on a dance show.
But Carol Baskin has.
Is that true?
Wow.
Is that true?
Everybody thinks that Hollywood, and then you say, "Have you been on a dancing show yet?"
Right.
That, by the way, that's what America sees. Talk about your little sitcom. Talk about your streamer. No one watches that. Everyone's watching. What is that guy who used to be the White House press secretary? Dancing on Dance with the Stars. They all see him,
man. Spicer. I'm on the Spice Rack. Do you guys know about this?
The Dancing with the Stars. Wait, what's the Spice Rack?
It's like a fan site, and we do fan fiction for Spicy.
God.
We write different speeches. Like we do mock press conferences.
So you really, this is amazing. So we really, really get into the Spicer of it all. I mean, I appreciate that because some people would say he's waning, right? Like he had his moment and he tried to have his comeback and people just kind of showed him the door,
2023 and a half.
Right.
2023 and a half.
Right.
People are focused on 2022, 2024, 24.
Right.
23 and a half.
Yep. Brandon, I have a question for you just because you seem like your mind is well attuned for pitching shows like this.
Okay.
Do you have any ideas for other masked shows? You know how there's the masked singer and there's now the masked dancer. It seems like that is a category that we can mine. And I just wondered what else is out there to be done. You know
my brand. So I'm going to say Merkin.
Okay.
Masked Merkin. Which
Gotcha.
Wait, so you have to judge people by their Merkin, but we don't. Yeah, all right. So you're looking. So you're covering. Are you covering the Merkin, or is the Merkin the covering?
It writes itself.
I see. It writes itself.
Brandon, I will say this. I'm not going to put you on the spot, but I know that you are somebody who always is dressing well. You keep a good, in this pandemic, I think a lot of us, we may have dropped our style points a little bit because there's no one to impress, no one to see, no one to do. But I feel like you have not dropped that. You look good right now.
Like them old British women in the World War II who still putting on underwear and lace and shit, going over to a window with no glass in it, looking out, and being like, it'll be a good day. Today is a good day. Walking around a dusty, burnt out manor with the fucking tweed suit on and a bow tie.
Yeah, if that was now, we would just be like, we're walking around in gym shorts and a t-shirt that says Senior Frogs on it, like that. But
I get up every day like an old civil rights activist and put on a suit and bow tie because there's injustice to fight.
I will say that I wanted to do something with you that was a little bit different, which is I wanted to get your take on some quarantine fashion because people are leaving the house in a way right now where they are just wearing what they wear. Look, I'm not where I am dressed behind this camera right now. It's not pleasurable. It's it's functional, but not pleasurable.
Depressing,
but I wanted
everything I wear is just depressing, elastic, sweatpants and everything. So yes, so sure, you got some fashion trends.
I got not even fashion, just some people caught. Brandon, I think you could say, let's pass, go into it. We can get into it all. See what hits you. People are loving you on the chat. People are obsessed with you. They say your fashion is great. They're digging this vibe. This is it. People are saying, I'm laughing so hard, I'm going to have a stroke. All right, so here we go. Brandon, this is what we got here. Our first person up. This is 2 Chainz, Out and About, which I think is, that's it. Doing it good. I think this is a good look, right? Or no?
First of all, always rock 2 Chainz if that's your name, bro.
Okay.
Oh, I like that. Right.
I got you.
Always, even if it's like a bike chain, it could be any type of chain. So you don't know where you're going, you don't know which chain to wear, but you got to wear at least 2 chains. Or did he think that would be enough not to get harassed?
Right.
Because he's like, now you'll know. But I do think you're right. Like if you see 2 Chainz out in the street, you don't want to say I saw 2 Chainz with no chains. That's a bad celebrity encounter.
You made the choice, Mr. T.
I like that. All right.
Maybe you shouldn't call yourself 2 45-pound dumbbells.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay. It's hard to tell. Can I say, Paul, one of my biggest issues with the pandemic, obviously it's been terrible for everybody, but for real famous people, like 2 Chainz, it's hard to recognize people. When you see people in their mask, it's really hard to know that that's who that is. I don't know that that's him.
I was also a little bit upset that 2 Chainz was rocking the medical mask. I felt like he should have something a little bit more. I mean, he's doing all white, which is good. I think the white t-shirt, that was something when I first became a dad, I just bought a bunch of white t-shirts and it was a functional look. It was kind of, you could get through it, but there's not much going on here. It's too simple. It's too simple for him. But this is the look that I really want to break down. So Ben Affleck and Ana de Armas, they have been out and about a lot during quarantine, a quarantine relationship. They're always strolling in what they're wearing. She looks like she's wearing a straight up bathrobe. That is a straight up bathrobe. And they're both walking their dogs. This is more of a normal, everyday guy look, I guess, just a, t-shirt and jeans kind of look. What are we thinking?
At some point in your life, you got to say to yourself, these motherfuckers don't fit. It's time to get rid of these jeans. I'm a millionaire.
Yeah.
I'm a millionaire. And even if I'm slumming, my jeans should look like they fit though. Plus I can only see the back tattoo right now. I can only see that insane back tattoo. That's the real story.
That you're right.
I disagree though with her outfit. I think her outfit is a pretty nice. That looks like it's got some texture to it. The way the sun is hitting that. I don't think that's a bathrobe. I think that's like a nice leather dress.
Okay, people are saying
why they dress their baby like that.
Oh yes, that's a good question. I don't know.
Why you put your baby in a dog costume?
Do their masks match? They have matching masks.
What do we think about that matching mask? Do we feel like that's a good look for couples to have matching masks?
What are the rules, Brandon?
At Dollywood, in Branson, if you made like $500 in Vegas, and you with your girl, you got Molly.
Yeah.
You got Molly. You got ham sandwich. You got double mask.
Okay. That makes sense.
I like it.
That makes a lot of sense to me.
This is Emma Roberts.
How do we know?
I'm trusting the Paps that this is what's going on. She's rocking Adidas pants, which I wear all the time, and some New Balance sneakers. She's got the Chewbacca purse across the chest. By the way, this look of Emma Roberts is essentially me without that hooded sweatshirt. I'm wearing a Clippers hooded sweatshirt, but that is essentially me, and without the headphones, and without the mask, and without the coffee. So maybe it's not me. But what is the first thought of this look?
I put this outfit up against the Patriots that assaulted Congress any day.
Wow.
She's ready. She's got a fanny pack just like they have body armor. Mm-hmm. She's got the tie-dye, which will camouflage her somewhere.
Yeah.
She's clearly ready to run.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like she's doing the best for our side.
Wow.
I like this. People say they like the butterfly hair clips. People said they thought it was me. I will tell you this. Can I ask you this question? Because I'm embarrassed to ask this, but I do it. I've gotten used to, or at least before the pandemic, to wearing one of these fanny packs, and I will wear it across the chest like that. What are we thinking about that? Is that because I'm not going to wear it around the waist. My wife wants me to.
I didn't know you did that, Paul. I wish.
I got too much shit. I got to put it all in there. I feel so much better now. I got my mask in there. I got some hand sanitizer. I got a computer. I got a phone charger. I feel good. Why not? I don't mind rocking a purse.
I don't know, Paul. I don't know. Go ahead, Brandon. Sorry, you might have a different take on it.
Look, there's a lot of people in Hollywood that got better phones than me. But at any given moment, I can call Sinbad.
Right.
Carrot Top.
Yeah. Yep.
I can call Elaine Boosler.
Yeah.
I have the set list on it from the 1987 Young Comics special.
Yeah.
So it's really not what's the phone. It's what's in the phone.
Right.
And that's how I feel about your fanny pack. It's not the fanny pack. It's what's in the phone.
I see. That's a great analogy. Great analogy. Wow.
I like that. I like this.
Can I drill down on that just for a minute, Brandon? You said that you may not have the best phone in Hollywood. Who do you think might have the best phone in Hollywood? I think about that a lot, because I have an old phone, and I always wonder about, who do you think has the best phone out there?
I can tell you two things. My number is not in it.
Okay.
They won't be calling me.
Right.
They're well off.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Brett Ratner.
Yeah.
How you
Brett
able
Ratner
to call all the Hadids and all the Williams sisters?
Yep.
What is the pinnacle of success as a person?
Right.
When you can call up whole female families.
Yeah.
That's actually right. Can you get You know, and I think we're looking at it the wrong way. I think you're right. Who is it? I like this. I like this idea. I am on board with that. I'm on board with that. All right, let's see here. What else we got here? This is
these are great pictures. Oh.
Hailey Bieber. Hailey Bieber rocking the black gloves, the black surgical gloves. And you got fashion. You got the cutoff Chanel sweater at the top, the cutoff pants at the bottom. She's out, but she's also being safe. Yeah.
Well, yeah, but she wants to be recognized. That's a celebrity that wants to be spotted. You know what I mean? The murder gloves, to me, send a message. That's a bit of a threat. I think if I saw that, I would back off. I would be like, whoa, this person could be violent. You know, I don't know where this person's coming from.
Twitchy Joe says that she's ready to shuck oysters in a hipster bar.
Okay, Twitchy. Okay, Twitchy.
I got to zoom in on her mask. Is her mask Chanel also? No, what is her mask?
Her mask has some sort of writing on it. I can only make out a D and an R. If anyone knows what is on that mask, people say it's a pass for them. The mask says die, but we don't know what else it says. Dior. It might say Dior.
Oh,
the mask
Dior.
might say Dior.
Yeah.
People are calling you a doctor, Brandon. A doctor style.
You know, I have performed surgery on whackness for a long time. I've taped and band-aided people whose style was broken. You know, every location has to have a dude that they can get a stolen suit from. You know what I mean? Stolen. Legit stolen. You know what I mean? It fits different. It fits different.
Right.
You know?
It's awkward fitting. Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you, when you wore something that you have ripped out of a store or off the back of a truck, when you wear that out, it could be the Academy Awards. It could be because you worked at a dry cleaner that year. It could be because you were driving trucks that year. Regardless, stolen clothing, the way it makes you feel. When you can look at Paul Feig and be like, "We both got Gucci, bitch."
Right. Put Paul Feig in his place.
Put Paul Feig down.
Dandy. He a dandy. He dapper. But he's never had that real feeling of elegance.
Right.
He paid for everything.
Right. So you're saying the only way to get that extra level of confidence is if the clothing has been stolen. The fact that it is ill-fitting is a badge of honor.
You ever drink your homie's drink? Like if he's at the bathroom?
Right.
No.
Like if he gets up to talk to a girl?
Yeah.
He come back, he's like, "You are drunk." And you're like, "Yeah. Way drunker than you."
Right.
Having a better time than you.
I'm going to say that people are also saying in the chat, Brandon, that Paul Feig is a Kmart Brandon. So that's the.
I'm going to wager my career and the rest of my life and say, yes, I agree with you.
All right, here we go. Jen Garner, very simple look. I like a Jen Garner. This, doesn't seem like she's happy about getting photographed. No fanny pack. This is a very functional. This is a functional parent look. As a parent, I can say this is a functional parent look. But I think maybe you could step it up.
This looked like an ad for Kashi.
I think that's it. We can't say more than that. An ad for Kashi. All right, boom. That was it. Jeremy Piven. This is a look that I'm having trouble with.
How do we know that's Jeremy Piven? That could be Turtle. That could easily be Turtle.
Paps don't lie. Paps don't lie. That's Piven. I think his hat says kindness, pass it on. And I think the tricky thing with a polo shirt is it shows everything. If you're not ready to show everything, put it away.
You say they need a lift.
I just think that I'm just saying that I think that you need to have a little bit more of a defined pec to pull off a polo shirt this tight, or maybe we get a little bit of a looser polo shirt.
Wow.
I don't know.
I don't like when your pants match your shoes. You look like the bottom half of a Muppet.
Oh,
like a dog.
Yeah, you're right. Like it's as if like you got bored drawing, and you're like, I just color it all in the same way. I do that with my kids. Like now it's all blue. Now it's all blue.
Yeah, he had multiple opportunities to rock more than just two colors from top to bottom, but
you got to think about that. Even I, when I'm putting together a look, I gotta switch up the sneakers. I will say that the kindness pass it on. I don't like preachy hats like that. I don't like that's like wearing one of those like life is good hats. Like let's we don't need that. We don't need to be wearing our slogans.
What's the show that Jeremy Piven's on? It's like it's like Mr. Broadchurch or Mr.
Selfridge.
Mr. Selfridge.
Which is like like he's basically like a clothing store owner, right? Like a British clothing store owner.
He's like a haberdasher. Okay, so he should be dressing nicer than this.
Yeah. So this is all right. So we got a little look here. This is somebody we all know. So I just want the next one coming up. So I'll warn you, we can pass by it, but I thought it was an interesting look. Here we go. This is John Hamm out and about, flip flops. We're not going to talk about anything. We're just saying like he's doing good. He's looking good.
Let me say this though. Let me say this real quick because I'm not afraid to go there.
I can't see the dick from here.
I'm not afraid of John Hamm. He's his family. Very rich, powerful family. But I will tell you this. The most baller thing you can ever do is walk by the car that you are the voice of with your dick out.
Right.
By the way, yes.
Shout out.
Yes. That is like the equivalent of drinking your friend's drink. That is the stealing of the club. He's living that lifestyle. There we go.
He's living that lifestyle.
I'm putting them all in here. Bieber, this is it. Mask, the nose is out, which is always a problem. That's not how it works. And we got the shorts, we got the whites, I'm looking here and you can't really see it, but we got the cutoff socks. These are the little tiny socks. I see him down there. He's not sockless. He's wearing like the anklets down there. But thoughts, general thought on this. This is somebody who's people look to him for fashion.
I like this look. I don't want to jump in here over Brandon, but the winter hat in LA is a problem for me. I get very, very hot, and that would just in the sunshine wearing a fucking knit hat like that, I would die.
Brandon, what are you thinking?
You ain't gonna get you a grown ass man. You got a wife. You got a bear on your shorts.
Right.
You can't do that, man.
You can't do it.
You got a bear on your shorts, bro. You grown ass man. You got a $200 million.
Right.
$200 million, man.
I gotta say this is all making 2 Chainz look like the best one in the mix. Like 2 Chainz almost him and Haley Roberts or Emma Roberts. They're running the game right here. They're simple. Keep it
like
simple.
When Elon Musk steps out in that space wear. You ever see what he wears? Like a fucking jacket with no collar, all tucked up, a turtleneck jacket. Where do you even get that? Where do you get sideways pinstripe hammer pants? Because he's rich. No. You know what? No, man.
I think we got one more. I think this is our last one. This is an easy one. This is kind of an easy one. This is like Kate Mara, very simple again. I just want to see if we have one more. Okay. This is the Lisa Rinna one was the one I wanted to show. She's wearing the white surgical glove, the mask.
Too big. Those gloves are too big.
Hats with sparkles on them. Trucker hats with sparkles.
She's been doing that. The glove.
The glove. Okay, that's her new thing. That's like her Michael Jackson thing. Like
that's where he got it from. That's where he got it from.
He got it from her.
Little Hollywood story. Little Hollywood. You know I know about fashion. You know I know everything about fashion. Little Hollywood story. Michael Jackson, 60 years old, downstairs, Studio 54. Lisa Rinna, 38 years old. She comes downstairs, both of them, passing plates of drugs back and forth. He gets up, he starts dancing, he falls, cuts his hand. Lisa Rinna goes, put this on. She happened to have a white glove. Amazing.
I didn't know that. I did not know that.
Dropping some Hollywood history on us. I love that.
I do this.
So much good Hollywood history here. There he is.
And then there's Schwarzenegger wearing a mask. And I pulled this one because he's wearing a mask that says, "We'll be back." So kind of quoting himself, but also about COVID. A shirt with him on it. Yeah. How is this as a flex? because we talk about walking by the car with your dick out. We talk about how you got to walk down the street, but this is the guy wearing 2 pieces of his own swag out.
In defense of John Hamm, who we all love, obviously, but they gave him, he has to drive that car. Like, he's not driving that car as a fuck you. But Schwarzenegger wearing the Schwarzenegger shirt reminds me of, I did a movie a long time ago with Jean-Claude Van Damme, no big deal. And he would go out at night with a hat that said JCVD on it, which I thought was like a baller move, like to wear the hat.
I like that. Yeah, like I guess maybe when you're in that level of fame, why not embrace it, right? Like, you just have to be like, I am this. But it's 2 pieces. It's the shirt, which makes me think that all of his casual wear is Schwarzenegger apparel. It's not like he owns Under Armour and he's wearing Under Armour. He's wearing specific Schwarzenegger things. I mean, that is a lot of swag. That's some swag. But again, I look at it and I go, oh, maybe I can. Now I'm going to Google where can I get a I'll be back mask, and maybe that's getting that money. Get that money in there.
Oh, I'm tired of walking to the private jet from my limo. I need a bike.
Yeah, he's rocking that bike. He's out and about. He's out and about. He's making Twitter content. He's making TikToks. He's doing it all. Brandon, this has been so great to sit down with you and get some fashion sense. People have been loving it. To hear what you're talking about. And
he's plugging Polo on there. Okay.
Polo mug. People love it. Brandon, where can people find you? People already are saying, like, when is Brandon coming back? Brandon, I will say this. We've had a bunch of guests on the show. The reaction that we have gotten to you and Jerry O'Connell is identical. People want you back. People want more. They want more of you. I know that you and Jerry are friends. And so you guys right now are the top 2 hottest guests that we've ever had on this show. People are in it. Like, more Brandon.
Thank you all so much, because I was so nervous. It's my first one, and I just wanted to bring it for you, which is why I came up with the game show idea and just was like, maybe I should come prepared. I've got to come prepared. And you guys said that I could come back and do some tiny Brandon. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to come back. I'm going to do remote pieces just like you guys talked about.
Yeah.
We're here. As soon as I get out of Kansas City, and I just please.
You got to get out of there. You got to get out of Kansas City, man.
I'm so proud of Paul and Jason Sudeikis.
We're gonna pop in the chat where you can follow Brandon. He is on all the social media things. Brandon, thank you for being here, buddy. It's been great to have you. We love you. All right,
good to see you. Oh my God,
man, that was a blast to talk about some fashion with Brandon. Hubel, that was a packed show.
That was a quality show, Paul. I'm surprised. That we packed that much quality content in a mix of highbrow and lowbrow. We talk Hollywood gossip and fashion and celebrity memoirs, and then basically a cable access talent show where we discovered Matilda, the very talented dog who can lick like. Yeah, unbelievable talent.
Rob, it's been a pleasure. We'll be back. There was even bits we couldn't even get to in the show, so we have more stuff in store. Next week, we'll officially have a new president. If nothing awful happens next week, it'll be a good time to go live again. And this is a blast. Thank you, everybody, for watching. I will be back tomorrow, 2 times tomorrow. We're doing a live game show, as a matter of fact, a movie game show for Unspooled in the afternoon. And then we're doing another show with Adam Pally, where Adam Pally and I look at people's Twitter drafts and we punch them up. So that's all tomorrow on Twitch.
We gotta do more talent shows, Paul, and we gotta do the pet parade. The pet parade is a great idea.
Pet parade is happening. Pet parade is going to happen. Rob, a pleasure. We will get more pets. Keep on going on the Discord. That's where we're finding a bunch of this stuff, and this has been great. Have a good night, everybody. I can't raid because I'm in StreamYard, and it's a thing. So we'll talk to you all soon. Bye for now, everybody. Bye-bye.